Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. Apologies on the lateness, people. That is on me. Some technical difficulties. Hopefully, my connection is good. My Wi-Fi is good. If it's not, let me know in the chat. As I was patterning up an Ethernet cable, I've been chasing it down all day today. Also, my ring light just decided to break. Well, the ring light's on. So it looks like I'm going to have to upgrade, but hopefully I'm good anyway. But it is the sports Q&A, people. So get your questions in the chat. For those that haven't seen the show before, the audience run the show, people. The audience run the show. So man is saying it's just audio. All right, well, you lot can hear me. That's the main thing anyway. I'll sort out the camera in a second. But as long as you lot can hear me, I'll switch up the camera in 1 second. But yeah, as I was saying, sports Q&A, get your sporting questions in, people. I literally just said I'm going to sort the camera out in a second, Will. But as I was saying, questions, people. If you are a member of the channel, your comments, your questions will take priority like a super chat. So I will get to that expeditiously. I'll star your questions. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment. And of course, if you super chat as well, we will get to your question. Of course, this was supposed to be the Man United podcast, but Eddie's not around. So that's why I switched it to a Q&A. But Steve is in the building. 1 second. Yeah, Steve is in the building. Jez is also in the building. Yes, what you man telling me? You good?
I'm all right. About you, bro?
Bless up. 1 second.
No worries.
Give me 1 sec.
What do you say, Steve? You good?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, tomorrow's gonna be the real day when you'll be able to ask me how I'm doing. You know, I don't feel anything right now, bro. I don't feel anything.
I'm like that as well. Like I don't really feel anything before. Like even big games, I don't really feel anything.
At least your team wins.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't take it for granted, Jess. Don't take it for granted.
Right, yo.
There you go.
You man can see me now, yeah?
We can see you.
Yeah, cool. Like I said, technology for you, but hopefully, the audio was good.
Yeah, audio was just fine.
All right, cool. That's the main thing.
No issues with the audio.
I can always sort out visuals and stuff like that. But yeah, big up to everyone in the chat. I see you lot. Jago, big up. Kingsman, big up. Will, I see you. H as well. Ibrahim in the chat. As you can see from the title, Porro won the strike as Spurs beat Burnley and Arsenal under pressure before the Liverpool game. There will be a watch along on the Twitch technically today now for the Arsenal versus Liverpool game as well. Big up to my guy Sheik, Warrior J. I see you, Eli in the cut as well. And we'll start with Warrior J's question. Jez, what's your thoughts on Spurs 1-0 win versus Burnley? First game without Son, Basuma and Sa. Thoughts? That's what he said.
I mean, to be fair, we had games without them all this season, so it's not been pretty much the first time, but no, it's just
all of them at once. You know, you've had them all out at once before.
I think Son was. I think only Son maybe played, but the rest then, yeah, they weren't there at times. But now, to be fair, kind of expected. Performances is like lackluster in the attack. The midfield did their job. To be fair, they weren't terrible, but they weren't also great. Was serious lacking in creativity through the middle. And to be fair, the defense did their job. To be fair, like, I don't really look at the defense and say they did anything wrong. And just there were not too many troubles in my opinion. Like it was just the performance was just not the greatest, like I said, because you could see the quality missing on the pitch, which I always say our fans like to turn on our better players. Let's see how this team performs without them, and then say again that these players aren't good, or that these guys need to be replaced. That's why I'm like, let's overall not a good performance, but we needed this win because Ange getting it back again into the conversations of going out in the first round would have been terrible. And I think the whole mood would have been just different. And I think it would have been also a bad mood for the players going out again in the cup so early when we don't play Europe as well. So, keep a step. Mostly Paul won with a supreme subline goal right there to win it first. And to be honest, this was a type of game that needed a screamer. And this is something that this is what he always has in his lockers, like. Because Porro, like he got obviously the assistant and the creating, but the goal scoring is in this game as well. It's just that he's just not getting enough time into positions to go and take a shot. But when he can take a shot, you can really see like the guy knows how to ball strike the ball. So up to the next round. I'm just before you go, just quickly, I just hope the next one can we just finally get somebody that's not a Premier League side. Like we just be getting Premier League sides all the time.
You got
like,
Father Anjin chance that Father Anjin charge. That's why,
yes,
man.
Yes, yeah. I mean, yes, but shit. Look at the team that you have to feel out every time. Like what? You should go with this team to Liverpool.
Hey man.
Like,
hey, the universe gives its strongest test to its toughest soldiers, man. It's big Ange, man.
Hey, man. I mean, shit. Like, I mean, we already won a trophy today when the news came out that Dyer could leave the club this month.
That is crazy. We need to talk about that. We'll talk about that shortly. That is absolutely mind-boggling. For those that don't know, Eric Dyer has been linked with a move to Bayern Munich.
The funny thing, he was linked to them already in the summer.
What is Tuchel? You're my guy, but yeah,
no, he's no one's guy.
Nah, Tuchel was I like Tuchel, but if that goes through, I'm looking at you sideways.
I'm not.
As of right now, I think everything is already agreed from the personal terms, and also I think the club's already saying like you can leave. I think the only thing that's really stopping this from going through is because they're not 100% sure if they want to go and make it. So I think they're looking through all the options right now, just to make their final decision. But as of right now, it looks like it's going to be happening because I don't think they're going to get anybody in.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Hey, you lot continue to run up the likes, please. Share across all the socials as well. Again, keep me updated on my connection. Because like I said, I bought a new Ethernet cable, so hopefully it's calm. Because what happened, people? I bought an Ethernet cable yesterday. Wasn't long enough to reach from the router to to my to my laptop. So I had to use it, have it, shit was all up in the air from downstairs to upstairs. And I was like, all right, let me get, what I'm saying, pre-pause, a longer one, and then and then I bought one today. So here we are. Like, question for Steve: are you scared of Bruno G leaving? That's from Will.
I ain't scared of nothing.
Let's go.
No, and you know
Wait,
what
Wait. What about Eric Dyer to Bayern Munich? Does that not scare you?
I don't even want to comment.
All right, go on, carry on anyway. But I'll let you get to this.
No, with Bruno Guimaraes, if he leaves, he leaves.
Before you carry on, hey, big up to everyone with the AOs in the.
What? I didn't listen. What?
I was talking about buying an Ethernet cable. So I was like, obviously, I bought one that was too short.
A longer one.
So I was like, and then I pre-paused in it. I said pre-pause, a longer one. And I said, hey, yo.
I didn't deep that until you just said it. Oh,
hey, yo. But yeah, go on.
You don't have a dirty mind, Jazz. You don't have a dirty, perverted mind. But anyways, hey, Bruno G leaves, bro. I've seen good players come and go from clubs. It's how it goes. We can find another one. Like, I like Bruno G, bro. I like him so much that I have him on the back of my fucking shirt. Like, this is my guy, right? But if he leaves, he leaves. It is what it is, man. I'll support Newcastle, and that's the end of. Managers come and go, players, the fans stay. I'm one of those guys. Like, obviously, it would be big, and if Paris Saint-Germain got him, that'd be a huge addition to their midfield. Imagine him, Bruno Guimaraes, Warren Zaire-Emery, and Vitinha.
Ugarte.
Ugarte. That's a sick midfield.
I'm a big fan of Zaire-Emery.
Zaire-Emery, I would pay 150 M.
I'm a big fan. Is he not like when I see he's like 17? I was like, no way. Just because of his composure, like he's
starting for France. He should be starting for France in the Euros.
I mean, he's already a part of the squad now, so
straight up, if he's not starting.
Zaire-Emery, Chouameni, Camavinga is a bad boy midfield.
Yeah,
but you know what it is though. I think the issue is that midfield lacks the natural creator though.
That is true.
I feel like he's not going to play all three of them, unless he goes crazy with the fullbacks, and then says, you know what, okay, the fullbacks and wide player is going to be my creators, and then I play that midfield. So it's kind of like a hard workman like midfield. Then they can also carry the ball, unless he does that. Like I said, France got the options in it, which is always France.
Yeah. No, you're right. 110%.
talking about it, but the issue is though hasn't been Enrique playing 2-man midfields the whole time this season.
3-4-3. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. So like, I wonder.
Or
I wonder which
4-2-4
midfield he
sometimes.
would then even play. But if it's only going to be 2 guys in that pivot there or in that midfield.
Yeah. And guess what? And this is how good Zaire Emery already is at his age. He is a starter. He is a starter.
Yeah, Zaire Emery, like I said, I've watched
That
him.
is how good he is. And
Only watched him in the champs, but like I was super impressed. Like I said, when I talk about again physicality, like his balance, like Maino has that as well. In regards to when I talk about like players who have that balance, I don't know if it's worked on or if it's natural or if it's both, but it's key. You know what I'm saying? They might look like they could do ballet, that type of stuff. Right? That's what it is. Like they look like they just on skates across the ground. You know, like certain people just look. What's the word I'm looking for? Like uncouth.
Twinkle
I'm saying.
Twinkle toes.
Yeah.
I think the only difference between both of them is though that Sayers Emery's game in the final third is I think a lot better than Kobe.
Oh yeah, don't get mistaken. Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
that
that Maino's better or on par. I'm just saying that it's the same thing that caught my attention when I was watching. I always look for that balance because it's something that is extremely underrated because there's no stat for it.
Yeah,
balance affects decision making, shooting, passing.
Yes,
running.
You know what? That's a great point in regards to it affects everything, whether it's offensive attributes or defensive attributes. You can have great offensive attributes, but if you got no balance,
you slipping around everywhere. What's the point?
Oh, you just can't turn. You know who's like that? Bruno Fernandes. No agility. He has no balance.
Agility at all.
No agility. I'm older than him, and I think I got more agility than him. I'm more balance. Legit. Yeah, go on, Jez. What you saying?
Yeah, I was saying that also the balance thing is that I said it's like it gives you so many opportunities to score because it's hard. It's just hard to get you off the ball. Like you can try. I've seen Emery, for example, get bullied in terms of like people generally trying to drag him down, but he got that balance and that it's just that I say pause, I guess you say to that, but it's just that hip strength that he has that he just can't he can't go down like because I've seen many players talk about it. Like, I know it's a pause, but because we talk about another man.
Pause, fam. The way you go down.
But I was saying that because you can see how much it makes actually a difference in his game and the fact that he's really good driving into the final third as well it's such a big attribute, I would say.
I'm gonna just say this about Zaire Emery. He will be a top 10 player in the world, and I don't say that about just anyone. Because I watch him keep. I also obviously I watch Liga a lot. I catch every PSG game. Bro, the guy is just natural. Natural.
Yeah, if he continues at like the rate he's at in terms of improvement,
it's ridiculous. He's so physically gifted and imposing for a 17-year-old. Bro, theoretically he could still get taller, faster, stronger.
Yeah. A big up to everyone with the AOs in the chat as well. You lot are real ones, man.
Like Chris Brown and that.
Big Victor, what he's saying, fam, you good?
I'm alright, man.
Yeah, man. Love.
Yeah, for what? What did I miss?
No,
just talking about Emery. We talked quickly about Zaire Emery, Tottenham game quickly.
Oh, the Bruno G also.
Bruno G as well, yeah. But we going into the Dyer thing soon as well. But
I don't want to.
You have to. So because I want to talk about it.
What's there to say?
But now, from my perspective, that's fine. But before I go there, there's something I always say about. People don't actually give PSG a lot of credit, but PSG actually got an elite academy. They actually got an elite academy.
Yeah, that's one of the best.
In Kunku, Magnon, Coman, Emery.
Has their academy got a name?
They don't have a name. That's the issue.
That's crazy. Yeah, Brandon.
I think they have a name. Obviously, they have. I think every academy has a name. It's probably just not a popular one.
Yeah, like they need to be like brand it. That's what it is.
Paris is a city. The Ile-de-France region, Paris, that arrondissement, all those arrondissements.
Yeah, they could easily call it something de Paris, and then it will pop. They will pop. That's all it is.
Something.
Right, that was slap.
Yeah, 100%. Warrior J says, I know Stevie's not confident due to Newcastle's away form, but what was your favorite moment behind this fixture? Also, what do you think of Sunderland as a threat this season? What do you think? What is it? What do you think is Sunderland's threat this season that Newcastle have to watch out for?
Jack Clark on the right or Roberts.
Jack
Clark,
my guy.
Huh?
The one was at Tottenham.
Is it, so he wasn't at Chelsea. There was a Jack
He was
Clark.
at
No. He was
that's a
at
different
Leeds. He was
also
nice.
at Leeds.
It was a Leeds Tottenham.
Okay.
It wasn't at Chelsea. No.
Oh, see, there was a player called Jack Clark that used to play for Chelsea, though.
Jack Clark, yeah.
No.
Clark.
No. Yeah. There's a Chelsea player called Jack Clark. This is from years back, though.
Oh, yeah.
Midfielder.
Oh, yeah. I remember you.
Oh, okay.
I think a Cobham graduate. That's why when I seen it, I was like, oh, is he still playing type of thing? I don't know what these are like. But
Jack Clark kid is 20.
But what is your favorite moment, Steve, behind this fixture?
1-0 down, 4-1 up.
When was that? Which game was that?
Come on, man. Some positive, man. What the hell?
It was what? It was. I think it was 2005. It's when Shearer. It was the Newcastle kit where it had the gold Northern Rock. It was the Adidas. It was 05, 06, somewhere around there. We were losing 1-0, and we scored 4 goals in 20, something like that at their ground. That's probably the coolest one I've seen. Apart from all the fight videos and crazy shit, that stuff's pretty.
That's fair. Hey,
I just want to say, 6,000 Geordies are gonna be at what's it called? The Stadium of Shite. Like, bro, that's just gonna be scenes. There's gonna be bear. They have every. And here's the other thing too, that it's gonna be like riots and shit, bro. Because every one of the Newcastle supporters has to go in a bus through Sunderland, the town. So what do you think people are gonna be doing? Throwing bricks and lighters and all this crazy.
It's gonna be energetic.
Hey, that's real football, man.
Crazy flag. Yeah, man.
It is. It's gonna be. But that being said, we'll go to you, Jez. Eric Dial. Thoughts on him? It's looking like, well, rumors are stating that he could be on his way to Bayern Munich. So yeah. Talk to us.
Obviously, that's the funny part about it, because Footy Insider was tweeting about it at like 6:15 in the morning. That Derek Dyer looking like he could actually go to Bayern Munich this month. I was literally like half dead. I was like, okay, this must be some shitty source went to bed. Wake up a couple hours later and plenty go. All the reliable Bayern sources saying how it's true and how Dyer already has personal terms agreed with thing. And Thomas Tuchel called Dyer and said, yeah, we want you to be playing you as a centre back, CDM, and right back because of your versatility. We're looking at you, and also because it's also cheap. This is all these things that they were discussing, and obviously because Bayern have the only thing that's currently I think stopping the move from happening is that I think Bayern got other names as well who they still consider, but they want to make a decision soon. So the decision probably next week will probably either at the end of this week or early next week. I think there's going to be a decision that he probably will leave, because we already, from the last report that Plenty has put out, is that we already gave the green light to Bayern. So all they need to do is like really just confirm the deal, and then Dyer to Munich is here we go then. But at this moment in time, it's just really weird that it just happened, because I put it in the future. I genuinely believe Kane is a part of it as well. That Kane definitely advocated.
Kane was like, "Yo, let me bring in my."
You know, in Football Manager, where there's an option when you try and sign a player that says, when you say one where it says, when a player asks for the clubs to sign a player to help the player that you signed to settle. That's what it feels like to me, because I remember Kane in the summer when we had contract discussions. When the Harry Maguire to Spurs links happened, I said 100% Kane had a say in this. That, you know what, if I stay, might as well bring my bro Harry here as well. So I feel like not only did the Bayern board look at Dyer, identify them as a target, because even the contract, it's just a 1-year contract to 2025. It's cheap. Kane probably recommended him. Tuchel probably said, you know what, I saw him in the Premier League. He can do something for me, in his eyes. yeah, man, like I'm like, shit. If Bayern Munich want to have him, can we go? Like, Dyer, go, stop out some trophies, leave my football club. And the beautiful thing about it is how today, and I think after the game, because Ben Davies got injured in the game today, and the reporter asked Ange the following question. One sec, let
I
me
watched it.
let,
I did.
let me get this real quick out.
I'll let you get the quotes though.
Yeah, it's here. So Fabrizio tweeted, Postecoglou said Ben Davies looks like he has done his hamstring, and then the question was, can you afford to lose Eric Dyer after this injury? And then Postecoglou said yes. So you can see the feeling what it is like. So, and the guy's definitely out of here. All it takes now is for Bayern to just officially put everything in place to make it happen. So I think that's the only thing that stopped probably the move, because Dyer didn't even make the bench today. Ange said he got injured in training yesterday. I don't believe it, because the guy is just not being involved, and I think everybody knows that his time is up. He has not been playing all season. There's been only, I think, a couple of occasions where, okay, maybe in freak accidents when red cards happened or injury happened, that he came in second half, but he never actually played a game from the beginning where the manager felt like, yeah, I want you to play. So, no, I'm just happy. This needed to be done. Me personally, after this, if they were to rip up this contract, I would be happy as well, but that's not going to happen. If he's going to be bought, Wade's just going to be off the books as well. And Luis left as well, so that's also another 200k off the books. So, yeah, man, just happy, making space, getting rid of the bumps. And not getting food like the other managers. Like, if Conte was here properly, Dyer probably would have gotten a contract extension. So, hey, good days, man. Good days.
Hashtag bring back Conte.
First, yeah, this Tuchel thing is crazy. Hey, over to you, Steve. Obviously, that's the German team you follow. Chat to us, man. Eric, bad boy Dyer could be on his way to your football club. Talk to us.
I don't even want to say anything.
Speechless.
This is why England don't win anything.
Go on, why?
Jobs for the boys. Hey, Harry Kane, this useless, trophyless, just snaggletooth idiot. This fool, this Nimrod, this bottle job.
Hey, man called him a Nimrod, you know. You know what I'm saying? Love that, Steve. Hey, don't say we are not diversifying, because that is one of the most Caucasian slanders terms you will ever hear. But go on, carry on.
He's just a prick.
I called him a Nimrod.
Harry Kane. He is a prick.
Harry Kane's a prick.
He is a goddamn prick. If he seriously has influence like that, where it's like, let's recommend a dump, a complete dump waste of a footballer. Let's bring him to FC Bayern. And then Tuchel's like, yeah, and then it goes to someone else. Just get rid of everyone. Get rid of everyone. It makes Martin Braithwaite's move to Barcelona look like Ronaldo to Inter or to Barca. That's what it makes it look like. It's one of the most disgusting potential transfers I've ever heard in my life. And it makes me want to just puke. I'm really restraining myself, like, from saying some things. But this is
you already slide.
Keep it a buck. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. That's why England win nothing, because it's jobs for the boys. It's jobs for the boys. It's jobs for the boys, and they carry that disease-ridden philosophy even abroad. It's disease, bro. It's a disease. He's mentally ill if he really is recommending to bring in Eric Dyer.
Is it not worse that it's being considered by Tuchel and the Bayern Munich hierarchy?
He should be sacked.
I kind
take his coaching badges away, take everything away. You're telling me FC Bayern Academy don't have a center back that can play?
The only part is the half. That's the only part.
I kind of get with the Harry Kane thing. I get it just from a friend perspective. I don't get it from trying to win. I get it from a friend perspective.
It's about.
But
this isn't
I
I
agree with you though, Steve. But where someone should draw the line is Tuchel and the Bayern Munich hierarchy and the board.
I tweeted that the Bayern board has been overrated for years now. In terms of, like, because obviously, but people look obviously in terms of the examples of how Bayern been run, and of course they have been extremely successful in Europe and also in Germany, which is obvious. But in the last few years, I think the lack of actual competitiveness is actually overshadowing how bad actually the board has been ever since Flick, ever the second season of Flick. You can even argue even before Flick, but especially after the second season of Flick, I think that Bayern board has been horrendous. And then obviously they made the changes in the summer. They still not great. Like for me, I'm sorry. How do you go from Palinia and you even right now? Because I saw the report about the Palinia thing. They were talking about how they could still go in for Palinia this month, but they're not willing to pay the money that they were willing to pay in the summer. So that's why they're not really wanting to go back into it. But then you go from Palinia to Dyer. I'm sorry, like,
right now, if we sign
that's
Eric,
the type of signing everybody deserves to get sacked. The board deserves to get
if
sacked.
we sign
Tuchel
Eric
deserves to
Dyer,
get
we
sacked.
are going trophyless. The
Oh
whole
shit!
time,
Like,
Eric
no, I
keeps
say it every
there.
time. I say
This is
I
a
say it every
step.
time.
This is a step too far.
Nah, you win a
This
trophy. Do
is-
not let Bayern Munich go trophyless in Kane's first season, because we will be having uncomfortable conversations.
I'd sell him right away.
We are
Because he
having
is a
very
disease.
uncomfortable.
He is a
Oh,
disease.
shit.
That's true.
take
He is a
See,
disease.
bro, like you see that with Dyer,
Loser.
man. I think what's the last game that we played? Who did we play? Not Burnley. The game before Bournemouth. I saw Eric Dyer come on, and I said in a group chat, "We conceding." What do we do? 1 minute later, we concede. The guy makes everybody nervous in the back line. That's why I'm saying, like, bro, with this transfer right there alone, especially if he plays minutes, and I know apparently it's also because they're looking at him because of his versatility. And whoever is the analyst must be on crack. Eric Dyer hasn't played DM since 2018, and that's one of the reasons why they want to sign him, because he can play DM, but he hasn't played DM since 2018 probably. And right back, he never played right back. He never played right back for us. So two things must have happened: either everybody was some crazy cocaine, and Kane recommended him, or Tuchel is just a terrorist, or both of them happened.
Bayern are not
Hey.
winning a trophy if that deal goes through.
But we're
Telling you
going to
right
story
now.
about Tuchel though.
That is
We're
a
gonna
step
story about
too
Tuchel and
far.
Chelsea.
Because if you're Xabi Alonso and you're Bayer Leverkusen, you look at that transfer and say they just aren't serious anymore. What do we fear with these guys? What do we fear with Tuchel? What league has he won
You won the league last
besides
year.
the one with Paris Saint-Germain? What
won the league
league has
last
he won? He's not a good league manager at all. At all.
Did you not win the league last
Bayern damn sure ain't winning no.
They did, but that was on the last day when Dortmund battled it though. So
He still won it though.
they still won it, but when you look at it, when was the last time it was ever that close though? Like you can see there's a decline happening. People are just not willing. The conversation are only willing to happen once Bayern actually lose the league, but the conversation should have happened last season. But everybody, and I think Bayern fans themselves, when I see them on Thailand sometimes, I think they confused.
Oh, sorry, go on. No, sorry, I cut you off. Go on.
No, I was just saying that those especially those last two league titles don't actually represent the levels of what Bayern Munich is supposed to be on the pitch. They've been god awful in the last 2 years, but because of nobody actually, this was the first time Dortmund actually competed generally, and look how difficult it was for Bayern to actually get it over the line. This season,
Look at this troll, man. Look at
I
this troll, man.
genuinely believe they don't get over the line. Like unless Leverkusen have an absolute collapse at some point in the season, unless that happens, I don't think Bayern winning the league. They only lost to third tier. They lost to Saarbrücken. Third tier in the cup already. I think in the first round or second round.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
So
Yeah.
Bayern are already
First round.
and Kane played that game too, so he couldn't get it done too. But so, like I said, unless Leverkusen collapse, I don't see Bayern winning the league personally. It's been coming. Dortmund, and people say, Bayern won the league last season. Dortmund should have closed up that Dortmund should have closed out that league title already a couple of games beforehand, but then they bottled it already in those games. So Bayern was more fortunate that Dortmund bottled it rather than them actually going on to win it.
Yeah. Fast. Hey, big up to Javi. I see you. Big up. Again, you lot continue to get your questions in, members in particular. Obviously, this show, one of the perks of the membership, any level, whether it's first, second, or third tier, your question takes priority like a super chat. So if you want to make sure your question is read out and answered, join the membership. Or if you want, you can super chat people. But if it is a non-member question or non-super chat and it's a good question, I will star it. But if you see me going to the same names, I'm not ignoring anybody. There's over 50 people in here. We're only at 28 likes. Like check 1212. Let's get up to 40 likes, people. Let's get up to 40 likes and let's hit that subscribe button as well. We're at 9,231 subscribers. 4 more subs. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back, let's run up the numbers. Hit that subscribe button. Please share across the socials as well. Flawless, do you think Ten Hag gets sacked this season? Yes. Yes. I don't think he makes it through this season. Eventually, just a lack of quality throughout. So that's the team, the manager will eventually catch us up. We've managed to catch life in a few games. The Liverpool result is the one. That is the one that if we would have got battered in that game like everybody expected, he would have been under so much more pressure. Well, now with the ownership have been taken over, and I say ownership in quotation marks, that's now a conversation. That's now because there's no, they're waiting for the ownership because so they won't sack him beforehand. So he's under the spot, as always with Manchester United. You're under the spotlight, especially if you're performing poorly and getting poor results. So do I see him making it? Do I think he gets sacked this season? Yes. Because I can see us going on a bad run of form, without doubt. Welcome, Madonna, in the building. Yes, Eddie, what are you saying, family? You good?
What's up, Eddie?
What up, though?
What up,
though?
What are you saying, fam? What are you saying, fam?
Tune in for the Ten Hag talk. Let's go.
Yeah, you know.
What you say?
It
He
was
gets
a bad
sacked.
signal. It was the
Yeah,
bad signal.
bad signal. Do you think he gets sacked by the end of the season?
I don't think. I just fucking hope at this point. Fuck all that. It better have. That's all I got to say on that.
Yeah.
I don't think.
It's because one of those things where like it's it'll happen. Here's why I think it'll happen, because with new ownership comes new ideas, and I don't think a lot of players are safe. I think, unfortunately, the only one that might be safe is Rashford, because he's that commercialized player. But they might have a difference of perspective when it comes to, the commercial aspect of players. Not that it's a different type of management setting the stage. So I don't think it'll be more of the same. And I think Ten Hag falls into that. It's funny because when people talk about Bruno, they talk about him like he's some 24, 25-year-old player figuring out his way. He's damn near 30. And what he's shown you is he's not a leader. That's for sure. And in the market, you could probably get at least 60 for him due to his the way we've sold him, the way we've marketed him, the way our fans have spoke about him, and I think the way a lot of the footballing world thinks about him. So I look at those two, right, being out of here as kind of the initial, let's say shot in the dark to establish this new era of, I don't know if we call football ownership or what we call it.
Yeah, you saying. You can say that yes, a new era of the ownership, because it's them starting their own journey pretty much as the ownership, and them just putting their mark and stamp on the team. And if they were to get rid of Bruno and remove Ten Hag, then it's you've got rid of the captain and it's a new manager, so it's a new regime.
Yeah, they're looking at a player like Elise. We already changed up. None of these dead ass football players. The manager is linked us with. So, there's always going to be room for optimism with what's going on, because we've never seen anything like this before in a long time at our club. But we'll it all starts with this manager being out of here. That's it. That's the initial thing that needs to happen. He needs to go.
Because he's too much of a coward to actually try to. Here's the thing that messes with me a lot. People he should play exactly the Ajax way. No, he'll have to cater it a little bit. right? He can't play exactly the same way.
Mm.
But you can do damn near close to it.
I even want him to play the Ajax way. That's the crazy part. I just want him to play your sort of style, whatever the case may be. Play the way you want to play. Yeah, like
but
play
you're
the way you want to play.
I think with, and it was kind of the one trepidation I had when these conversations began, and it was like when people asked me, "Would you rather take Poch or him?" I was like, "Give me Poch, because at least I know Poch knows how to operate in some level of chaos."
You want him back?
I mean, shit. Who cares at this point? I'll take anybody. So because when you look at people say the Ajax way, it's like that's the culture, and it seems to me that like only a guy like Van Gaal, who has the type of, I want to say, man management and
charisma,
right, and intellect, to get anybody to buy into his style of play. When you look at how Ten Hag got the best out of the players last year, he didn't change much other than defensively put some structure behind us.
Yeah.
And I would say honestly that like having a player like Casemiro and Licha instead of, the rotations of a Martinez and a Maguire. I mean, not Martinez, because Martinez, yeah, he was important, but having the rotation of a Maguire and a Lindelof over and over again, you're bound to look defensively fragile. So I take all of that and I'm like, how much of it was actually him, or was it actually what we've been seeing from these players where they're talented enough to win you matches?
We're seeing that now that they are talented enough to win you matches. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
but they're not talented enough in the moments that truly matter. So when we're talking about, you have these games like the Sevilla match, second leg, you need somebody like Licha who has the temperament to be in there and make a difference. And then I think when you have that in there next to a Varane with the Casemiro, you then have that kind of quartet that we were relying upon that whole time last year.
True.
And so that's where I'm at with Ten Hag. I don't think there's anything more he can do to, sway their opinion, because like I said to start, new regime, new ideas, start afresh. And yeah, that's where I'm at with him.
No, first, big up Jacob for the raid. He's also in the cut as well. Yes, Jacob, what are you saying? You good?
Big up. Hey, I'm just eating a slice of victory toast. You already know victory toast. On this, the day of some victory. Green Dub Fridays, I like to call it. Green Dub weekend. You can't stop me. You got to talk to me nicely. But hey, boy, how's everybody doing?
All good. Shout out my dog, man. Good to see you. Happy New Year, man.
Big up, Eddie. Happy New Year.
Big up, Jacob.
Yeah,
and Eli, yeah, I will get to your your comment about Dyer as well. Same with Will with the question in regards to Sancho. Big up to Andrew for the super chat. He said, hey, big up, much appreciated. Says Mo's channel, there was Arsenal and Spurs fans talking about top 4 trophies, and Spurs was trying to talk about Liverpool about trophies. I'd have to watch, Andrew. You'd have to offer more context before I respond to this.
I saw that.
So what got said is it Judge Mo? Is on Judge Mo's channel.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. It wasn't me. It wasn't that one. It was never a foul. I think I was checking into a little bit.
All right. Well,
yeah.
So yeah.
What's the conversation?
That's what I'm saying. Andrew, you'd have to elaborate in regards to who was talking and what was being
Come on,
what was being talking about, yo.
The thing, because the funny thing is to literally talk about that. I was literally just before the stream started. I was talking to an Arsenal fan. Because I'm like in the group chat in there. I was like Liverpool fans, Man United fans. I think there's a Chelsea fan in there, and then obviously majority of the group chat is Arsenal fans. And somebody put in the I don't know how the conversation started, but then somebody asked the question: did West Ham had a better season than Arsenal last year, or a more successful season than Arsenal last year? And I said yes. And then when they said, what about Man United? I said yes, because Man United had top 4 and had a trophy with it. You were just a glorified second place, because I remember when Pochettino, the snake, or aka his name shall not be spoken about,
I don't even know who he is.
I don't know who he is, man. But I remember.
I don't know who that is.
I remember conversation when they said when our team was finishing second, but didn't win anything.
I don't see him.
The question was, but what did you win in that season? So I'm applying the same context in this thing. Arsenal just finished second. That's it.
That's
they
it.
were in the title race, but they were in second place. So
Yeah.
they didn't have this most successful season than other teams. And that's just facts.
Because
Yeah.
success, in my world, in my goofy world, success means you did something. You did something. There is tangible reward. That's called success. Second place, who cares? That's not tangible success. Unless you're a loser and you like silver medals. I like mine gold. So, no.
And here's the other thing too. Like they love to eliminate the context behind how they finished second.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true.
Right? Like I could see if it was nip and tuck for them with City. Came down to I fucking hate bringing this up, but an Aguero moment. That's how City won the cup. I mean the league.
Yeah.
Y'all had that league tied up for about 2 weeks and was on some Iron Man level snap type 1 in a million probability that you're gonna fucking get this done.
That is fact.
And figured out a way to really do that. That's
Yep.
where it's tricky. Like I get progression and I get, in certain instances looking at a second place finish, but like imagine, bro, we finished second place and we was like 60, it felt like 60 points behind City.
And we was like, get this manager out regardless. Even though we knew we was gonna finish second, we was like, yeah,
regardless, bro.
we're like, oh, you finished second in the Ollie. When is second a success?
When
is success? If you're a Brentford, I hear it.
Yeah.
If Brentford finished second under Thomas or Brighton finished second, that is 110%. That is a successful season. If Aston Villa under Emery this season finished second, sorry to cut you off, Eddie, that is success. If a Villa fan, if H is in the chat, if H said, yeah, we had a successful season because Villa finished second, fully hear that. But Arsenal, I thought are you lot a big club or not a big club? Or is it word to months? Is it when it suits me FC? Are you only a big club when you want to be?
Definitely.
That's what it's same way. Eddie Howe, if Newcastle finished second, guess what? That's a successful season. Newcastle to finish second this season, and Steve was like, we had a successful season. I'd say, yeah. Now you don't want to.
You don't want to.
It's successful. But my point is, if you was to say that to me, I'd hear it. I'd understand it. I'd be like, yeah, Newcastle United.
All the time, flawless success is relative. Who are you?
Yeah.
What is realistic for your club? Like, I'm gonna be real, and I think you agree with me here. The amount of money we spend, the amount of money at Chelsea spend, the amount of being second is not where it's at, because a lot of times when you get given that level of cash, the thing holding you back is execution on a multitude of levels, whether that be the coaching, the players, the management, you name it.
Yeah.
You have that much of an investment that you can't even put up a respectable challenge to the title. It's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. Then when you add to the history that you have the history of getting it done, yeah, you can't really out here calling second place a success. Like we talked about with that Carabao Cup. Of course, it's a more successful season than Arsenal because we won something.
Yes.
But should we have our own? But for Ten Hag to celebrate that shit like he won Miss Universe or something like that, you a clown ass fraud. That's what it comes down to. So I'm just kind of like, that's how I view it. Like, I can't sit here and act like I'm proud of that Carabao Cup, but I can, for banter purposes, for just me wanting to joke and crash out on everybody else, I'll do it.
Yeah. Like Alote was like, yeah, I'm pleased because it's a trophy, but that's where it stopped. I was pleased we won a trophy, great. But then you're supposed to then kick on. Like that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what's messed up? You guys have had 10 years in the doldrums, and you still have 4 trophies to your name. Newcastle, none in coming up on 70 years.
Man.
Has it been 70 years since Newcastle last won a trophy? Is it not long?
5
Jesus.
FA Cup.
Jesus, but before we won
it's
the World
been
Cup,
like, yeah, bro.
yeah.
It's been a moment.
So I look at you guys and I'm like, damn. I wish we could have I wish we were so dominant at one point that a crap 10 years was 4 trophies because I ain't seen one.
Yeah, and that ties into what Eddie was saying in regards to the amount of money being spent. That's why I'm so critical of Manchester, because we spend enough money to go and win, even as bad as we've been in the 10 years, to win them second-tier trophies. We won a Europa League, a FA Cup, and 2 League Cups. It's like Eddie said again, it's the execution. That's why I'm super critical. Now, if we're talking Prems and Champs, different conversation. But them second-tier trophies, 110%. We should. But yeah, Andrew, I'd have to actually watch and see what was said in full to add context and who it was as well. Because you know how people be running agendas and stuff like that. To Will, who says, flawless, you reckon Sancho cooks in at Dortmund? If he does he get another chance when Ten Hag leaves? Yeah, I think he does well at Dortmund. And I'll let Eddie get to this question. I think he does well at Dortmund, yes. Does he get another chance? It depends on the next manager. There's so many variables. The next manager might come in and be like, you know what? I like Sancho a lot. He's integral to what I've got going on. That's my guy. Or the next manager might go, nah, Sancho doesn't fit my plans and the way I'm trying to play. Let me move him on. Where you at with it, Eddie?
Before Eddie go quickly, I just want to mention quickly how I think United, because actually adds perfectly, because I think it was reported how United don't want to include a buy option into this whole thing. One, also because Dortmund probably cannot afford what United going to ask for, but also because of circumstances that may happen in the future in case he does do well in Dortmund. Obviously, in case. So there could be still believers at the football club saying that it's still an asset there, that it has still a lot of value left if the potential can be obviously seen at Dortmund. I think the only issue is that he hasn't played football in a long time, so. How is his match? Yeah, so
Man United keeping the options open because you know what I mean. If Ten Hag leaves, then
then he can maybe stay, or they can just sell him on for more to somebody else.
Just
wanted to say that quickly before Eddie goes.
Yeah.
No, that's dope, Jez. That's a great point. I think for me, people who watch the channel know how I feel about Sancho, and I'll say it bluntly so people get the message. He's better than any winger that we have right now, in my humble opinion. Right? I think though it's one of those questions where I got to put my hands up and be like, I don't know, because of what I just previously said. Right? How do they look at Jadon Sancho? Right? Now we spent 73 million on him, right?
Like 70 M's, yeah.
And so, but what does that 73 million represent to the new ownership group? Is that capital we can use to go find somebody else who we might believe in more than the Jadon Sancho? Or because I doubt they don't want to look at it like you can't just throw $73 million down the drain, right?
Yeah.
So, and then there's the biggest. I think one thing that people aren't talking about enough is not only Jadon Sancho, but we got a player out there in Getafe who's putting out performances, right?
Greenwood is balling out over there.
G10.
So it's like I'm looking at it like, okay, you got 2 issues, and you need to figure out how you're going to handle them ASAP. And I think with me and Jadon Sancho, of course, I'm going to want him back because I don't think he's played any worse than Rashford has ever played, except for having the production. I don't think he's played any worse than Anthony. I don't think he's played any worse than any winger. Yeah, any winger you can name that has appeared for Manchester United the last 2 years. I don't think he's been any worse than any of them.
Who's been the best winger for Man United the past decade? There's a question.
So it's third, so that's 2014, 14, and now, I talent-wise, but
Di
Maria is still there. You feel me? And it just he couldn't get down with the cold. And I get you, Di Maria. I get you, brother.
Manchester's cold, man. Yeah. Trust me.
So,
didn't he get his house robbed?
Yeah. It was a lot.
He was playing. You guys
he did.
He was playing well for Man United, and then that burglary thing happened.
Yeah, of course, man. Because you're in a foreign country. You know what I'm saying your house been robbed. your wife's on your case, I could see why that would affect your game. And I'm not saying his wife is wrong to be on his case. I'm saying that people don't look at that logically. Like,
I'm stressed, and I only got one of the problems you mentioned.
That's
not sums of wealth, fame.
Yeah, bro.
No, I don't. Nope. Don't. Not any of those. Not me. No. I wasn't burglarized either.
No, he wasn't burgled. No, he wasn't burgled. That he's not in a foreign country.
Need to be explained, Jacob. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah, he wasn't burgled. That he's not in a foreign country. There you go.
He's not a World Cup winner.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I was just trying to set you up.
Nah, but it's yeah, I think especially with the no, because I think they gave one to Donnie. They said Frankfurt, if you want to buy Donnie, you can buy him. So I think that's where you
is there a buyback? I didn't actually know. Is there a buyback clause in that?
Yeah, it's like a buy option for like 10 million, I think it was for Donnie. And yeah, I'm always gonna be in Sancho's corner. I don't like seeing technically gifted balls. You know, that's my thing. If you got sauce, you're on my team. The attitude shit, I could care less about. Like, brother, I'm in the US. We deal with Madonna athletes like tap water out here. That shit just keep on coming apart.
Every sport.
Bro. Every sport. So when it comes to people was mad at Sancho because he was shown at a party. I was like, listen, that's the least of our concerns out here. You feel me?
He was at a party. So is he not supposed?
I think
they're
just jealous they didn't get invited. It was a pretty swanky
party.
The
scene with the Rolex and shit and the chains and stuff, like.
You see him partying. He was with the girl partying. They complain. He's at home. If he's on his console, they complain. Like, so what is man supposed to do? Just sit at home in the dark?
They don't know because he can't do that because then he's playing FIFA too much, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, you can't be in the house playing FIFA. He gotta go. I can't go.
I can't wait. I think he's gonna ball for Dortmund. I mean, when you saw what he was doing with Dortmund before, there's something you say often, Flawless, that I didn't hear that he was a bad trainer when he played at Dortmund. I didn't hear that he played too many video games or partied too much when he was at Dortmund. What we saw was a baller. When y'all signed that, what I thought y'all were getting was that. And, you know, you could look at it one of two ways, and I think it's a very simplistic way when you say, oh, he's came here and he's been a flop. I mean, you can only thrive in the environment in which you are allowed to. And it's like if I took a tree from Northern California and brought it out here to the desert in El Paso, that wouldn't necessarily grow. It wouldn't thrive. It could bear the juiciest peaches you ever seen, but if it ain't in the right environment, it ain't gonna thrive. And that's the same thing. We are living species at the end of the day. We, much like the plant, need the right environment to grow and to thrive and to be the best versions of ourselves. Watch, he's gonna go out there, he's gonna cook, another team's gonna buy him for another 80 million, and then Dortmund's gonna I think Dortmund's there. I would have taken him at Spurs because honestly, you get a player with a point to prove who has the natural ability to prove it. If we would have done that loan deal, I would have been very happy with it because I think
the only issue I would have had
quality player.
I mean, the only issue with that I would have is that I wouldn't have wanted it to be a straight loan. I would have had one with a buy option because you don't want a situation where you kind of give this guy his new form and then Man United get a new player with new confidence. But I think that's why I think it's also part why it's delayed because Dortmund maybe look at it and say, so we pretty much just developing him for 6 months and then he goes back. Maybe they're gonna rethink about that because there was a flight supposed to be on Friday to the warm weather training that Dortmund's having right now, and it's that flight got cancelled. So clearly they're still in conversations in terms of how they want that deal to be done. Ironically, I saw some tweets saying he woke up late because he was playing Foot Champions the last night. That's why it got cancelled. But that was hilarious. I can't lie. That was hilarious. So
let them joke.
I can't lie. If there's any chance when the deal doesn't all of a sudden happen, I think it could be because of that. Because Dortmund maybe look at it and say, you know what? Yes, it's a beneficial deal for us for the next 6 months, but then we don't get the player back, and he might even be great for us, like to the point where like the option then that we have to then go and get to replace him might not be as good. So it's like,
I'm gonna bring up 2 players in regards to the Sancho to Dortmund loan idea. I'm gonna bring up 2 players, and I'm gonna say them, and I'm gonna ask you guys why you think I brought them up. What do they have in common with Sancho? Joao Felix and Luka Jovic. Why do you think I brought them 2 up in comparison to Jadon Sancho?
They're definitely not part. They're not definitely not part of the tall list. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, talented ballers who haven't produced. You know what I'm saying? Sancho, you can more so say that for Dortmund, but I'm saying like for Manchester United, that's what it is. A lot of talent, in particular, Joao Felix and Jadon Sancho. But you got have to put up numbers. You do. And Joao Felix, ironically, my criticism of Sancho is exactly my criticism of Joao Felix. I'm super
there you
critical.
go. There's number 1. Boom.
Because I think
shout out Joao Felix.
I think he's
time.
Yeah, I think he's extremely talented, which without doubt he is one of the best technical footballers right now in Europe. If we just did technical attributes, he's in the top. Yeah, he's in the top 5% easily. But you went Chelsea and put up Timo Werner numbers. There's a reason for that. You can't.
Yeah, that's why I brought up.
There's a reason why Pedro Porro is Mr. Steal Your Girl. Shout out Joao Felix every single
time. Hey, Jacob, people don't want to talk about it. You took it.
They don't want it. They don't want it. You know who's watching that highlight tonight, though?
That's crazy.
You know who's watching that highlight tonight? She about to hit him with that sneaky text like, "I saw you. Good job, Pedro. Smooches."
Hey, Warrior J, we gonna get to your question. Warrior J, we gonna get to your question about AFCON. You had a crazy. Hey, run up the lights. Hey, Judge.
You about to hit him on that burner account, Jazz. You already know.
See the Spurs guys, yeah. See the Spurs guys. Hey, let it go.
Joe wasn't Atletico,
let it go.
The problem was Jacob. That's close to that leche that Jez be all about. So you knew he was going to be on top of it.
Yeah. Let it go.
Hey, all I'm saying is we scored bangers on and off the field.
Oh my
God.
So you guys figured out, so you guys figured out the Joao Felix one. Now the Luka Jovic one.
I don't know what number bottom line.
I bring up Luka Jovic because at Eintracht Frankfurt from 2018 till about 2020, guys scored probably like 50 odd goals over 2 seasons. Got the big move to Real Madrid. Flopped his first season. I think he scored 1 goal in all comps. They loaned him back to Eintracht Frankfurt. Just like this kind of scenario. You produce at a club, you take a step up. Frankfurt to Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund to Manchester United. And so the logic is, well, if we send Luka Jovic back to Frankfurt, they still have a lot of the same core of players. They still had Kostic. They still had Kamada. They still have.
Hey, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna join on my phone real quick.
Yeah, no stress, Eddie. No stress. All good.
Exactly. So you see the logic, right? And then with Sancho, you still have that core of Royce. You still have Brandt. You still have players that Sancho did well with, right? I think it could be one of those scenarios where when Luka Jovic went back on loan to Eintracht Frankfurt after he flopped his first season, he didn't do nothing. He scored maybe 5 goals when he got that loan back to Frankfurt. I could see that happening with Sancho because it's just the situations kind of mirror each other in a weird way. Because Luka Jovic was producing. Like I said, he scored 50, 60 odd goals in all
goals.
I think the part that's definitely something to because there's something that I've been in mind. I do think he can do well, but then in the same time, this is nowhere near close to the Dortmund team that it was that he left, even though it was kind of weakened already. So it's like you don't have Haaland anymore that you had most of your assists to. You don't really have these overlapping fullbacks that he always had. So it's like it's gonna be interesting to see. I think he can still do well, but
I hear you. I hear you for sure. Like a Luka Jovic back to Frankfurt thing where he just.
I definitely hear you. Like it wouldn't be impossible. Like I said, every move has potential to flop. Like shit, like Bell could have flopped at Real Madrid, but obviously he didn't. So yeah, every move can go that way. But yeah.
Hey, big up everyone that is locked in. Over 130 of you lot in here. But let's run up these likes because we're only at 47 likes, which is terrible. So like check 1212. Let's get up to 80 likes. Make sure you subscribe to Jacob's channel and subscribe to Steve's channel, Strasbourg Steve, United Spurs of America. Both links are in the title, people. So you just click the links. They open up new tabs and you can find both their channels. Subscribe over there and find all the socials. But subscribe here as well. Support here. Support everywhere else as well. People continue to get your questions in. Members, again, obviously I will star your questions and get to. Of course, if you super chat, I'll get to it as well. Eli, you mentioned this, so I was going to get to this. And Warrior J, I'll get to your question about AFCON as well. And for those that don't know, there will be AFCON coverage on the Twitch, people. So that's where we will be covering it. Jez, Steve, a part of that lineup, plus more, Victor as well, that crook that is prime, few others as well. So Dyer to Bayern is the equivalent to 29 to Arsenal. Both managers are arrogant enough to think they can resurrect dead footballers. Over to you on that, actually, Jacob. Your thoughts on Eric Dyer potentially going to Bayern Munich?
Talk to us, Jacob. Talk to us.
Eli, let me tell you something. They're getting an England international. Okay, this guy caps for England. He'll climb into the stands to defend your club. I mean, it was his family, but he will climb into the stands to defend your club. That's the only good thing I've seen him do in a Tottenham shirt. The only thing that I really respected, but that's not in part of my sales pitch. Look, Bayern, don't you want to keep the king happy? The king is thriving, but he's just a little sad in his little castle all the way on the top of the hill in Schnitzel land. They said, oh, we can't feed enough schnitzel up the line to his castle. We need someone to help get the schnitzel to Harry Kane because he's so sad in this 5-star hotel that Bayern Munich owns and pays for his executive stay. He's just so upset. He needs himself a guy who can make him a good pot of tea. And who better than the international superstar Eric Dyer? Not just in Portugal, baby. No. I'm talking in England. He's a superstar. There's nowhere you can go. If you said Eric Dyer, they know who you're talking about. So hold that, everyone. All right. If I said Eric Dyer, now I'm not talking about if you said he's good or bad. You know the name. And that sometimes is part of the marketability. Now, don't worry about Kim Min-jae playing alongside Eric Dyer. Is that a drop off in talent? No. Don't worry if you sell Joshua Kimmich and you need a number 6. Eric Dyer is so versatile. That's what he started out as. But we saw that deep down within him was such a versatile athlete, a man among men, some would say. So him as a 6, him as a center back, I call that versatility. I call that 2 for 1. Bang for your buck. But he's actually 3 for 1. All right, 3 for the price of 1. You get Eric Dyer, only for a small fee of $5 million, by the way. Not that much. Could be just a difference. We're looking to get Dragusin into the door, but that's neither here nor there. Don't worry about that. What I'm saying, 3 in 1, Eric Dyer. All right, you get a built-in best friend for Harry Kane, your new talisman.
Yeah,
how better to motivate the schnitzel eater? Yeah, how better to motivate a schnitzel guy like Harry Kane, a guy who just, can't get enough of the links. Get him a friend. They'll wear lederhosen and drink beers together. It'll be a great time. Be like college days for them. Just a good old shag pad for both of them to hang out in. Harry Kane and Eric Dyer, buddies. Look,
shag pad.
I'm just saying. You're getting yourself more than you're buying. You just saying, oh, he may just be a player. No. He's more than that. He's Eric Dyer. And you can't spell Dyer without D-I-E. And that's a word in German.
literally.
No, what can I say on Eric Dyer if he was on fire?
Just laugh at this.
If Eric Dyer was on ICU and I needed a phone charge.
Oh shit!
Hey, relax, man. Relax.
Hey, but I just have to enter this thing now.
Relax.
I think you
so all those things that I just mentioned Eli, he said it's like 29 to Arsenal. You can't say all that. What are we doing? What are we talking about here?
Right. Jacob's being very shameless with it, which I get because he is leaving Spurs or potentially leaving Spurs, which I would be doing the same as Jacob. But as someone who doesn't have any invested interest in either side, Eli, I agree with you. This is exactly this type of thing. And the crazy part is,
I think it's worse.
yeah, but it's when I say it's just it may be worse, but it's just a terrible idea all around. And what the crazy part is, definitely right now, there is somewhere in the content creator space, a German channel, Bayern Munich fans, somewhere trying to justify this. Guaranteed. 110%. The same way there was Arsenal fans who drank. No, I guarantee it, man. Because the same way Arsenal fans drank the Kool-Aid with Havertz, the same way Manchester United fans drank the Kool-Aid with Mount, there was Bayern Munich fans somewhere drinking this Eric Dyer Kool-Aid. 110%.
It's not going to be me.
I didn't say you, because you're a sensible fan. What I'm saying is there is someone somewhere doing it.
If I'm going to go ahead and add to this sales pitch to the Schnitzlers, what else I would add is this. Yes, I'm over it, bro. I'm not worried that I don't care. Harry who? But what I would say to them as part of this sales pitch as well is, Eric Dyer, when he plays center half, and if you don't, play a system that necessarily requires athleticism and pace, Dyer's your man. You just want him to stand there and defend. Dyer's your man. What he will do well is stand there. That's part of it. When I said stand there and defend, the deal's getting sweeter and sweeter for you now, isn't it? You just want to get this deal over the line, don't you?
He got to consider this, but he wants a short-term deal as well. Just a 1-year deal. The player is good in multiple languages. He speaks Portuguese. He speaks English, obviously. So you wouldn't struggle as well.
Yes, I didn't.
So he's adaptable. He's adaptable.
He also speaks.
Bro, he's a translator. He speaks like 7 languages. Don't quote me, but he does. I bet he'll learn German real quick.
See the key in the sentence what Steve said that Jacob said right there. Don't quote him. Make sure you don't, people. Let me get to the super chat as well. Make sure you don't take it as gospel. Big up to Jason for the super chat. Big up Surfer in the cut as well. Timo's in the cut as well.
Surfer's upset his team didn't go for Dyer. That's what he's upset about.
You good, Surfer?
No,
Shout out everyone here. Just want to say.
Shut up, Timo. I'm speaking. I wanted to say,
I'm not going to shut up.
You also can't spell diarrhea without Dyer. So it's all good.
You waiting to get your dad joke off. Timo, Christmas hat. What's going on?
It's just like nice.
I can't lie. It's you know what? They do slap. They are nice. I do like them still.
I just want to say Darwin ham sandwich out, man. Fuck him.
What you mean? You want? Wait, what? Why don't you celebrate the?
It's the Chelsea game. Chelsea Wolves, right? Isn't it Chelsea Wolves?
Hey, shout out to Chelsea legend Thomas Tuchel. His talent ID through the roof. Go ahead and get your guy. Agreed on personal terms. They already said they're giving him the room next to Harry in the hotel.
To the Germans, fan, if you want to know how to say I love them, Eric Dyer, I say ich liebe Eric Dyer.
Ich liebe Eric Dyer very much. Yes.
Imagine this.
Er ist my man of aller Zeiten. That's my guy right there.
Hulk Zolzi Leben, Eric Dyer is what I would say as well.
Like Lewis said already in the crew chat, man. You take the heartbeat, the soul, and with everything that would represent Spurs away from Tottenham. And should be ashamed of himself for letting Eric Dyer, a leader of men, let him go for 5 million. Oh, I can't lie. I'm ashamed. Man.
Those who back Thomas Tuchel's ID, ship out Kimmich and bring in Dyer, world-class manager.
Yeah, that's.
I ain't seen Kimmich get any starts at center back.
Manager, sir.
I don't know. Roberto Di Matteo won another trophy when he won it. So you know what I mean.
Has Kimmich appeared in the European final in for his country?
All I'm gonna say, hey, you want some German? You want some mother effing German? Eric Niger macht sich über die Rösteren Tradition des FC Bayern München lustig. Eric Dyer.
I think that's an AO.
Eric Dyer pisses on the tradition.
If you're saying it's an AO, it's definitely an AO because you are Mr. AO, Jacob. So yes, you are a walking AO.
Hey, yo.
100%. 100%.
We're talking about the rich history of Bayern. We'll just gloss over a couple of years.
Fuck
Jacob, how do you feel?
Hey, Timo, that's what you want, Timo?
Eddie,
Yeah,
that's what I want, Eddie. Yes, I've seen enough basketball lately. Fuck
that. Hey, weren't you the one that weren't you the same one who was celebrating that Mickey Mouse trophy, the NBA in-season tournament? You were the same guy that said,
Hey, hold on.
Hey, this is the same guy. This is the same guy.
Jez, I know it's hard for you. Show some class. You're speaking to winners of the first inaugural in-season tournament. Okay, the hardest in-season tournament the league has ever had. So you show some respect, huh? You show some respect.
But Eddie, I'm showing respect to it because I'm saying David Ham did such a respectable job to even win it that
No, he didn't.
The leadership to get the Lakers over.
Do you know what it was? It was that 500 racks. It was that 500 racks. Some of them dudes is gonna need to even survive in California. That's what it was.
I'm saying, but see, this week he did so much. And this ungrateful Timo guy wants him out all of the sudden. Ungrateful.
I'm almost there. I can't blame Timo. I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
You're not there.
Give me
not there
Doc
yet.
Rivers, man.
Before you carry on,
now he's talking bullshit.
Doc Rivers.
Eddie, did you see Gil's like response to this? Did you see him talk about this the other day?
It's perfect because it's yeah. He with the trash bag. It's honestly perfect. It's perfect. It makes the most sense. Honestly, here's what we have to do, right? We have to take away certain players from this dude because he sees himself in these players, right? Shout out Vando. Vando is a player that you have to surround around offensive firepower. He cannot be your damn near fourth option even. He has to be the last guy you throw the ball to. But Darvin Ham will play him, Cam Reddish, Torian Prince in the same lineup, and they all do the same goddamn thing. Run around there and look tough with tattoos. The fuck I'm supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with that? So I get it, bro. Like, he's just doing idiotic shit that if you know basketball, you would not do. It's the same thing with, like you say, with Ten Hag. It's like, yo, we know McTominay is shit. We all know McTominay is shit. And that's your savior. That's who you want to pick up with. Nah, bro. Try again. Or matter of fact, don't try again. Pack your shit up and go somewhere else. You feel me? So that's where I'm at with it. Like, I get Timo's frustration because, bro, we just lost to the Heat. We just lost to the Heat with no Jimmy Butler.
Feel the burn.
But to be fair though, you needed a Jimmy Butler type player on your team too. So I kind of understand his frustration. The manager needs his players. The coach needs his players, man.
Hey, Jez, man, shut your ass up, man. I haven't said that this year, but this is the first time. Shut your ass up. How about that? Shut your ass up, man.
It's good to be back.
Hey, you know what was good for me? When we beat y'all in y'all house. Don't forget about that shit. We might be trash, but we beat y'all.
Hey, congratulations, man. Like, where are you though in the standings?
It's an early season. Early season,
exactly, man. All right, come on. Yes, okay, it's an early season, so why don't you want to give it time to turn it around?
Because I'm here to cancel shit at the root. I'm here to cancel shit before it sprouts. If I know it's bad seeds, I don't even plant it.
Hey, Eddie, who do you want then?
Not fucking
yeah,
Doc
not
Rivers.
that. Not fucking exactly. Not Doc Rivers. Fuck him. It's fuck Doc Rivers forever. That's our principle.
Austin Rivers.
Yeah, fucking.
I'll take Budenholzer. I'll take Budenholzer, who won the chip with Milwaukee.
That's my second choice. It's my second choice.
Why is he your second choice compared to Doc Rivers?
That's crazy. That's crazy,
That's
Timo.
madness.
Timo, it's craziness. It's crazy. You can't be doing that, Timo. We have a reputation to uphold. You can't be having bum ass coaches like Doc Rivers come through.
I'm looking at the players right now. There's too many egos there. Like Doc Rivers is the only one that can handle those egos.
Oh yeah, like his Clippers team.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Like he handled all the 76ers. Yeah.
It's not even. But here's the thing, Timo. The egos aren't the problem. It's not even an ego thing. It's really not. I'm telling you, it's not. Like when we had all them old dudes who didn't know they were past it, that's an ego trip. right now we got a guy who doesn't even know what his best lineup is. 35 games in, you don't know what your best lineup is. I can tell you your best lineup right now. Austin, fucking Torian Prince, unfortunately, because he can shoot sometimes. Rui, LeBron, AD. You
Hey,
can't
real
be
quick, I
having
just want to say Dirk's the GOAT,
Yeah.
Luka for MVP.
How the
I
hell
do
does
gotta
it-
go
Oh,
get
yeah.
I do gotta go get ready for some dinner. But I want to say again, shout out João Felix, shout out João Felix girl, shout out Pedro
Hey,
Porro, shout out Pedro Porro's right leg,
Felix
shout
is
out the
strong.
left leg, and you know the other leg.
Hey, yo! Hey, yo!
Shout out Pedro Porro every single time. He's the reason that we've got green dubs this weekend. You can hold that, Surfer. I know you're upset. You wish you had a right back scoring like that though. Yeah.
I'll right back and play left and right back. What can you
Your right back is doing what Steve is doing, eating pizza right now. He's chilling. He said, "I got another surgery. That's what I'm doing. I'm chilling."
Oh, man.
He said, "I'm watching my sister play. That's the closest thing I am seeing a field."
Shout out to Lauren James. I am
shout
a
out to Lauren
fan. I
James,
am
though.
a fan.
She's a baller.
Yeah, shout out Lauren James. She's a baller. Yeah, yeah. But
I don't know
Jez, you
which
can
team she's
absolutely hold
rooting
that
for,
win
but
to
I'm rooting
Mudryk.
for her. God damn it.
Fraud. Dubs is all I'm seeing this weekend. The people say, "Oh, it's Burnley. You shouldn't celebrate." To them, I would say you could hold that. We see green doves. Hey, we see green doves. Hey,
Well,
that's
that's
for
between
Surfer.
Burnley
Hey, one more for
17-1
Surfer. Hey, hold that, Surfer. You fraud. We see green doves. Hey, we see green doves. Hey, Surfer can hold that. Hey, we see green doves. Hey.
Hey.
But you won't see silverware. That's what you won't see.
You're a fraud. Hey, but big up every single one of you. Everyone in the chat, make sure you hit the like right now.
Shout out Jacob,
You see how
my
horrible?
dog.
You see how horrible his song is? Hold that, you
Do you even know what
fraud.
this colour is, by the way, at Spurs? I don't think you know what that colour is at Spurs.
That's aluminum. You ain't fooling no
It's
one with
silver.
that.
It's
That's
silver.
35 cents at the market, bro. What are you holding up?
Well, that's your
We
trophy
got a
colour.
Walter Toll
That's
Award.
all
That's
good.
more shiny. The Walter Toll Award. All right, hold that. Hey, I'm just saying we're advancing into the cup. Some Premier League teams won't be able to say that. So
You
hold that
played
as
on
well.
Friday when no one else did.
Yeah, why?
Yeah,
No,
hey, no one
no,
else
no,
won
no,
today.
no.
Bunch of fucking losers. That ain't me. I'm got green dub today. What'd you get, Surfer? Nothing. You ain't get shit.
Jacob, before you leave, bro,
I
all
got
I
dubbed
know
just
is
for
here.
not watching it. That's what I got dubbed for.
Hey,
My
Jacob,
dub
you
for
know
not
what?
watching it.
Hey, Jacob, you know what? Yeah, this whole weekend, enjoy your weekend. We will be on Hate Watch all week. Hate Watch all week. Arsenal,
Jacob, you're Derek,
Arsenal,
Jez,
we will
you're
be
on
there.
Hate Watch for life, man.
We
You're on
will
Hate
be
Watch
there.
for life. That's the rule.
It might be, but for this weekend, especially Arsenal, we will be watching. Man United, we will be watching. Chelsea, we will be watching. Like, go through, because when we went off the Carabao Cup, the shit that I had to hear, nah, I dare anyone to go up. But Arsenal already out. That's a given. So anybody else though?
Okay,
We'll be there.
listen,
Like,
this will be your. This will be the
Hey,
format of
Balthasar,
your
you can
season.
hold that too. Did you see a green dub today? No, sir. That's for me. That's for Jez. Not for you. Ha ha. Hold that.
Hey,
Yeah, you missed that, Flawless. I was just talking my shit. That's all.
Guys,
Nah, it's cool. I was just making. I didn't know if it was serious or not, so I was just trying to gauge what was going on. You man, carry on.
For us, we got to take the big L because of TV schedules. That's why we got to take the big L.
Yeah, everyone's got to hold that. Did you get whoever didn't get a green dub today? You got to hold that.
Oh,
All right.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm on tonight.
All I
Yes,
see is
sir.
I was trying to open over a schedule
I'll be
with a clown
holding it
emoji, so I have no
tomorrow at
context.
9:30 a.m.
But all right, Fez.
blame
Fez,
IT.
let me get to the super.
Oh no!
Oh, you froze.
Oh, yeah.
Froze up like fucking
Hey, that's right. Green
Froze up.
dubs.
Oh,
Hey,
bro, he froze up like Austin Powers.
You know what I'm saying?
bro, he froze up like
That's
that
hella
keeper when he
funny.
saw Pedro Porro's screamer. Also, shout out João
Oh,
Felix's girl. She
Lord.
also froze when she seen that.
Hey,
She said,
yo.
"Did I really choose João
It's
Felix? I should
crazy.
have gone Hey,
This is
go.
crazy.
Hey, hey,
This
right
is
back in the
crazy,
season.
bro.
Hey,
This is
green
wild.
dubs. Hey,
Scoring bangers on and scoring bangers on and off the field.
bangersonly.com.
Yo, hey.
Everywhere, bro. We deal with it. Come on, man.
I'm back
Joe
now.
Felix.
You, man.
Yeah.
I could still hear you, man. That's the crazy part.
thanks
You know what I'm
for
saying?
Oh, sure.
Hey, you know what, Steph? Fuck you in it. How about that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, tell him hold that. Did he get a green dub today? No, he didn't.
It's a green
Right,
dub.
why fuck? Let me get.
It's
to
a W that's in green.
Why?
When you look at the schedule, it'll be a green and
Steve,
it'll look like this.
Steve,
Steve,
you
I
know
know.
Steve, you know Jacob well enough. Why are you asking for more detail? Why?
Because I needed more detail.
Why?
No, you didn't.
That's why I inquired.
Green dubs is what I'm looking at all weekend. Hey, some people said don't celebrate versus Burnley. I say, hey, beating a Premier League side in the cup ain't for everybody. Hey, we're gonna find out this weekend, yes sir. Talk to me nicely.
We beat the Premier League side. What do you mean? We beat Brighton. What are you about?
What are you talking about?
Nah.
You haven't played this week.
Wow.
What the hell?
I'm talking about,
You have to
yeah,
Mute yourself, man. Mute yourself, man.
yeah.
No, mute yourself. Oh,
I'm supposed to be helping my wife right now. I can hear her. She's struggling in the kitchen. But before I go do live stuff, I just gotta say one more time. Hold that, surfer. Hey, green dubs. Hey, you ain't seen one. Hey, but I do.
Jacob's wife.
Everyone-
Can't help her. Green dub.
No, she's waiting for me. Hey, anyway.
But Jacob,
Are you gonna go help her with dinner, man? Go be a good husband and go help her. Go help her.
Hey, but then I can't do this. She's gonna be like, "Shut the fuck up, Jacob." When I go in there, hey, green dubs. She's gonna be like, "Shut your ass up and do this."
Hey, you know what? But we had 2 dubs, man. The dub today, and also Eric Dyer leaving the football club.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't even get to. Oh yes.
You're acting like that shit's official. Called celebrating early.
Hey, but
Pletty goal. Last time Pletty goal said something about Tottenham, he was right. Come on, Pletty goal. Pletty goal took us away, and Pletty goal giveth.
Harry Kane, send that message to Eric Dyer this morning. Get ready on the plane. We need you. Send that message.
All right, cool.
Bro.
Let me go on.
My final thing was Harry Kane.
Yeah,
he texted me. He said this. He said, "Y'all, don't worry. They're about to pay me $5 million bonus for these goals I'm scoring." I told him, no. Use that bonus. Go get me a best friend. Not a dog. No, not like Arteta. I'm talking Eric Dyer, England international. That's Jez. Thank you. I was only celebrating 1 green dub, but we're gonna have a second green dub at some point. It's not official. You're right, Steve. It's not official. But Pletty, a green arrow though. Hey, and when Pletty goals say it, Pletty goals speak it into existence. They did with Harry Kane. I need them to do it again with Eric Dyer. But big up the entire panel. I hope you have a blessed rest of your evening.
Hey, Jacob, bless. You lot subscribe to United Spurs of America. Links in the title, man. Jacob,
spoiler alert.
Character.
If you spoiler alert, if you do watch my show from tonight, I did invent the song there this evening, the Green Dub song. And there's not much to it. You just gotta snap your fingers if you win. So not flawless. Surfer, I don't want to hear a single snap from you, my friend. Not
So
one.
I've got it planned. Don't worry. I'm used to dubs.
Not this season anyway. Hold that. But anyway, big up everybody. I am leaving officially this time.
I'm used to dubs over.
All right, my guy.
This guy, the 1WC. You're welcome for that. We gifted it to you. You know, we knew you were struggling out here. When I see a guy on the side of the road who's like, just give me a slice of bread, please. I might be able to make a sandwich. I say, here you go. And look at you. You can't even make a sandwich with what I gave you. Absolute fraudulence. Hold that. No green dubs for you. But everyone else, sorry. Big up the super chat. Make sure y'all hit a like. Flawless, I apologize.
It's all right, man. I know what it's like when you're here. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? You're part of the chaos. You add to the show, man. That's why I invite you. You already know.
Hey.
You lot subscribe to United Spurs of America.
Final shout out, Jez, my guy.
These
Hey,
happy Spurs
every time.
Yes. Big up to Jason for the super chat. Jason McNeil. Oh yeah, Jason, you was the guy who was on Hassam's. I always say this, one of my favorite super chats because you was on Hassam's case on that show. I'm back again after United drew to Liverpool. So salute to you. Like you was coming up with bars that I wish I had wrote. That's how fire it was what you were saying. Who does what next? Manchester United win the Premier League or Champions League or Newcastle Tottenham winning a major trophy?
Neither.
So many variables. So I can't say.
There's neither.
Newcastle,
So what? You don't think United will win the
No,
Premier League or
hey,
Champions League and Newcastle or Spurs won't win a trophy?
Tottenham.
What's the major trophy? This guy.
It's gonna be Newcastle / Tottenham to winning a major trophy. It's gonna be either one of them.
If you're not winning a trophy, who gives a fuck? At least
hey, Steve, hey, no, don't say no, Steve. Timo, I don't give a fuck what you think. What the hell?
You got more chance to win in the NBA in season
Who
tournament.
gives a fuck? Like, you don't need some trophy.
Yeah. But so Timo, and I said I don't give a fuck what you think. Goddamn.
Okay.
So wholesome.
Anyways, Newcastle.
A major trophy for Spurs is getting through to the fourth round of the FA Cup, as proven.
So we only achieved it. So we achieved it, man. So we only achieved it
because you haven't made it past the third round in years. That's why.
I would like to say United winning a Champions League or Premier League. I would definitely like to say that.
Not with Pep.
There's always the Champions League.
Yeah, but go on. Yeah, there's so many variables with this. That's why. All it takes is a good 2 or 3 good years from any one of these 3 clubs that turn this around. You know what's going to happen 3 years from now?
Teams together.
You know what I'm saying? This guy, you know.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I just saw a tweet that made me smile even more right now. Here, tier 1 right here. The wheels are spinning on a deal for Eric Dyer to join Bayern this month with the personal term in place. It's happening, Steve. It's happening, bro. And I saw
That's crazy.
This guy turned reporter, you know. This guy never reads no fucking comments.
You know what? You know what this feels like? I know what it feels like. Hey,
just Manuel.
Steve, bro, I know exactly what that look is, bro. That's when we was getting linked to Mason Mount. That's what that look is right there, bro. Hey, bro. Just, kind of build up a tolerance for the pain when it hits.
No.
I'm just saying it won't hit as harshly if you just accept it.
Accept it now.
Accept it now, bro.
No,
just gotta accept it now, bro.
No, it will hurt. It will hurt.
It will hurt. It will hurt. It will hurt. I know that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because out of the 4 clubs I support, Newcastle, Strasbourg, Lazio, and fucking Bayern, guess what? The only motherfuckers who actually win things.
Bayern, I hear you.
That's the only time I get to be happy about that. Strasbourg have won a League Cup, which is amazing, and Lazio won a Coppa Italia like 4 years ago. Other than that, it's been Bayern making me happy.
It's tough, brother.
So this is
tough sledding. I know what you're saying, bro.
I'm not just gonna get over this and let the pain no. And you know what the funny thing is? I'm looking on Florian Plettenberg's page. Why does this motherfucker have exclusive Ronald Araujo? He's the desired transfer of FC Bayern. Why is that still pinned? And it was from December 9th.
That's tough. That's a tough drop, bro.
That's the most interruption. But you know what the funny thing about the Bayern thing, before we go to the question, I always said this. Araujo was never going to leave Barcelona, especially in January. Why is Barcelona even trying to go for him, then, in my opinion? You might as well go and find somebody on loan instead of wasting your time. And now you get into situations where Eric Dyer could make a potential transfer to the club. And it's not even alone. It's a transfer the season till even next season.
But hey, the only thing, Tuchel won't even be there in the summer, and Dyer will still be
there. Hey, that's what Tuchel. I told that Steve already. Every time a Dyer comes on, we can see goals. Like these are negative to your clubs. So, hey man, all I'm saying is Bayern. I want that here we go when I wake up. That's all I want to see. You know what? I'm willing to have everybody go through the next round if it means Dyer leaving my football club tomorrow. Actually, technically today. Make it happen. Make it happen.
Hey Eddie.
Jesus.
Hey Eddie, just want to say. Hey Eddie.
Yeah.
No Rui and no Rui or no D'Angelo tonight.
We're getting fucking packed out by the Grizzlies, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
Hey, John's gonna put the pistol,
bruh.
Out there in the air, like yeah. Like,
listen. After what we did to them in that playoff series, the way we stunted on them that last game at home, it's personal, dog. It's personal. So look, I need Braun. That 12 shit ain't gonna cut it. AD, keep doing what you do. AR, get busy. And please put Christian Wood in the fucking game. Pause, because that name is a crazy one.
Yeah,
But
that is a
put
crazy
him
name.
in the
Crazy
game.
as that
Bro.
dude with that weird last name, the college football player, the Michael K. and I.
Oh yeah. You saw that? That shit was how I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. That fucking name was crazy as fuck. I couldn't believe. I swear to God, I thought it was fucking Photoshop, bro. I thought it was Photoshop. I swear it has to be AI. It has to be AI. That shit was crazy. I saw that shit on Instagram. I couldn't believe it.
It's a video of his dad pronouncing the name.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure announcers stay away from that one. I'm sure. Hey, I got to cut. I
know what you're talking about. I know the name you're on about. I
Yeah,
did see
you know
this as well. I know the name you
Hey.
are talking. Yeah, announcers got to leave that one alone. Leave that one.
Hey,
Come up with a
I'm
nickname. Use his initials or something. But yeah, Eddie,
I got to cut, but I'm gonna just answer this question because AFCON is near and dear to my heart.
Yeah. Go on. Then, get to it.
I need a Senegal Morocco final, and is Papa Sarr playing? Jesse injured.
No, he's on the team. He's on the team.
He's fine because I saw him. I guess fine. He thought it.
No, they took him off from pre-concussion. That's why. But he's already with the team in Africa.
Okay, cool. Yeah, shout out to Senegal. Their coach looks like Snoop, so he's definitely my favorite. So yeah, if I had to pick a dark horse, it's probably those West African scrubs that have a black star in their flag because they have the talent, but they've never put it together. So I'll go with them. But yeah, I think. And because again, I don't know why they're considered dark horses, but it's literally both of the West African scrubs. Like
what Nigeria?
My dark horse, Eddie, is a different country.
Yes, those I didn't know. Warrior J said before I go, I wanted to ask one question for both Steve and Jess. Obviously, others can chime in on this as well. Who do you think will be the dark horse in the AFCON?
Gambia.
So you saying Steve?
Gambia? Okay, that's a solid. Yeah, they got
my dark horse is Burkina Faso.
Yeah, that's a good two, to be fair.
Yeah, but fellas, I'm gonna catch y'all. Flawless, always appreciated. Steve, my dog. Timo, my dog. Surfer, my dog. Vic, my dog. Prime in the cut. That's a scary sight, my dog. Who else? Is that Jazz? Yeah, shout him. That was the one and only. The milkman himself, my dog. All right, y'all. Y'all stay blessed. I'll probably catch y'all tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably catch y'all tomorrow. Chat. Big up to everybody in the chat. I'll see y'all tomorrow too. All right, fellas.
To answer that question, I keep saying Ghana are my dark horses. Like,
I'll send a reply. I'll send a reply saying we will be there. Oh man, but yeah, actually no. Yeah. Another dark horse. Yeah, go on. Actually, go on.
Yeah, to answer the question, I keep saying Ghana just based on you guys have the talent, and I think if you get a favorable draw, then you can win it. And plus, I don't think everyone else like as strong as people will make them out to be. Senegal are my favorites, but I don't think they're as strong as they're made out to be. Ivory Coast, again, like they're always picked up to be favorites, but they always like underperform. I don't think Egypt are that great. I don't see them getting to the final again. I think Morocco had a very overhyped and overrated World Cup. I think they will flop, quote unquote, based on expectations. Nigeria are not doing shit. I hear Burkina Faso though, because they always get disrespected going into the tournament, and they always surprise people. So I hear it with Burkina Faso.
They got Dango.
Also Cameroon. Let's not sleep on Cameroon, please. Abubakar. Let's not sleep on him. Better than Salah.
The only reason why I now put Cameroon in the conversation is because of how much of a mess they have been. But to be fair, the one thing with Ivory Coast that I say is the only difference is they have the home advantage this time. So every game is a home game for them.
Jez,
So
how much does home advantage mean in AFCON though?
It depends, to be honest. Like, because you see in other tournaments that playing at home does help, but it depends on the situation at times. Because if the team is really bad, then it doesn't mean shit, to be honest. Like Saudi Arabia showed it. But what's it? No, sorry, my bad. I keep mistaking it. It's Qatar in the World Cup. But
No. I mean for AFCON. No, AFCON.
Yeah, no, but I know. But I'm saying, but for this time around, because they have genuine talent on the team and playing at home, there is the necessary of needing to step up a bit more. I don't know how much of a factor it will be, but I'm just saying it can be a factor.
Yo,
I don't know.
about?
I think I think as bad as I think Nigeria are, I see us beating them in the group. Like I think Ivory Coast are overrated.
I mean, it's fair enough. Like I think they got I still think they got a good team. Because I was looking up a couple of teams. I think they got, in terms of talent, it's definitely up there. It's definitely is. But yeah, Steve, what were you saying?
What are y'all saying about Guinea? That could be another dark horse too.
You see, Guinea, that one obviously that's one of they are more of the later. I would consider as more of the later dark horses. Like obviously you have your main dark horses, and then I look at them in the later part because I don't know because I watched the Guinea play. They get results. They are compact. They're not. Let's say they're not wasteful. They take their chance as well.
Yeah, good defense.
Good defense as well. But I think it goes more so to their coaching there. Like they just have a good unit, and to be fair, Keita, he always balls for them. Every time when I see Guinea, he always balls for them. So yeah, you can throw them in there. I wouldn't be surprised.
Diawara from Anderlecht. Amadou Diawara always does a job for the midfield. Same with Moriba, who's going to get loaned to Getafe actually from Leipzig.
Des, Des and Steve, have you guys watched? He plays in the Bundesliga. Garisi.
Garasi.
There's this page on Instagram. Was a Chelsea page saying that he's a striker that we should try and get in January. Like, what are your thoughts on him?
Take a risk, yeah. It's $17 million.
It depends how you see it. Like, if you think it's worth going for the risk, yeah, I do believe, because I actually went through the numbers, because it's not just only him, but also Dennis Undav. Both of them are actually overperforming their perspective. Obviously, because I'm not the crazy stat guys, but because I was very interested to see how they're actually doing. They're definitely overperforming, and it's not just the eye test, but also from the stats wise. So it's just no risk to it. Like if he doesn't work out, then you just sell him in the summer again. But then at the same time, I've been reading that the guy wants to be playing as a starter. So because I think Bayern were linked to him and interested, but I heard that he doesn't want to go to Bayern, because he doesn't get guaranteed minutes because Harry Kane is there. So I don't know if Chelsea. I don't think he would even go to Chelsea. But it's one of I look at him as like a 50-50 currently for all the clubs that go into him.
Is he worth taking the risk?
You know what it is about? Sorry, Prime, go on.
Is he worth taking the? Because for me, I don't want to buy a striker in January that is not going to be a proven upgrade over what we already have in Jackson.
See, my issue is because, like I mentioned, I believe he's overperforming. So I don't know what his actual level are currently, and there's nothing wrong with him overperforming, but was also their system. That's the main difference as well.
It's an excellent team.
Exactly. So he goes to a completely different team, a different situation. So I'm like, me personally, I don't think it would be worth going for that risk of buying him. But then again, he's only 17 million. So
I really like the fact that one thing I was about Girassi, I've seen him play in multiple different formations this year for Stuttgart, because you know how Hunis is. He'll switch up the formation when he comes up against a certain opponent to suit it. He'll go 4-2-2. He'll go 3-4-2-1. He'll go. There's another one that he goes with. Not 4-2. There's another formation that they use. Sometimes
most of the time I only watch them. Most of the time I watch them always play with the 3-back.
Yeah,
of the time.
they also do 4-2-2-2. So like, and I've seen Girassi play well in both. So that's one big positive because some players can only do it in one
system.
certain system.
See, Kaneki, you notice here, I disagree with Kaneki in terms of the Schick one. I think Schick.
Yeah, he's gonna stay.
He's
gonna stay because Boniface is gonna go to Nigeria.
Boniface is gonna go. Yeah, he's not even gonna leave. But Schick, bro, I think for the you can see Xabi Alonso in that same season when he came in. You can see he never really fancied Schick to begin with.
What nationality is Girassi?
Guinea.
I think he's Guinea. Yeah.
Guinea.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on him.
I like Girassi. For me, I've been following Girassi for 4 years now. He's a good backup striker at Stade Rennes. He's decent. Like he wasn't putting up crazy numbers, but
yeah. But the thing is, Steve, right? Like Chelsea are more than likely getting Osimhen in the summer, and in January right now, I don't want us to spend money on a striker that is not going to be guaranteed to be better than what we have in Jackson. He already has 7 goals. He could end up on 14, 15 in the league. That's a lot.
It depends. I think it depends. Like I said, I had discussions already with Chelsea folks in terms of how they should go approach it. I think if you really, Jake, say what you want to say about Jackson. The fact that he's scoring goals, even if he's inconsistent at times, certain games, you take it as you will and just go through the rest of the season. Because what you want to go and spend the big money this window for somebody to just finish 7th. Might as well just wait till the season ends and then you look and evaluate the situation, and it gives you more time. Because maybe you spend the money, but then the manager that's currently in this job is sacked, and the new manager doesn't want Osimhen. Situations like this can happen too. So they happen. And with Liverpool 12 men, I was actually born in Stuttgart, so I've always actually been paying attention to Stuttgart, even after I moved to England over. I always said Endo is not elite. Endo is not a bum. He's a decent player. Like he will do the job every time for every team. That's why I said he would be a good transfer, even if he's not gonna go and help them win the league or something. Because he's just a decent player to have in the squad. I always said that about Endo.
He just needed a minute to adjust. That's all it is. Just needed a minute.
See, I don't even think he's. He has been. The funny thing is, I don't think he's even tearing it apart at Liverpool. He's doing anything crazy. I think he's just doing a competent job. What he was supposed to do.
He's just doing and because the bar was on the floor, I think that helps him too. Because no one was expecting anything, and he didn't start off well too.
Especially the Liverpool fans, because there were a lot of things said that when you look at them was only embarrassing from their fan base, but also. Yeah,
Endo was really good against us. To be fair, he actually had a very. Yeah, I thought he was very good.
I think every team needs sometimes those type of players in the squad that maybe not the most talented guys or the most
sexy names,
or they look sexy on the pitch, but when they come in,
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. They look sexy on the pitch.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I see that word being used. But anyways, my whole point is that he would come in. My point was that he would come in and would actually do the job, which is the main thing. Like shit, if he had a centre back, if he had a centre back as our third choice, they can do that. Fuck shit, like we would be actually.
Yeah. You'd be in a much better situation. But yeah, people, love to everyone that's locked in. Run up the likes on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Subscribe to Steve's channel. Links in the title, Strasbourg Steve. Click the link. Same with Jacob's channel, United Spurs of America. We will be leaving here, going straight over to Pro Clubs for the Sarcasm City TV Gaming YouTube channel, people. So yes, we will be on clubs. Yes, go head over, people. We're going over to Pro Clubs right now as we speak, just waiting for the mandem to join. What else was I going to say? Steve, let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up, all that good stuff.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on again. It's been a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? You can see me tomorrow freak out when I watch the Sunderland Newcastle game on Newcastle Fans TV. And
that.
depending how that result goes, I might do a watch along on my channel later in the day if I feel like it. And yeah, so that's basically what I got going on. But yeah, big up. Thanks for having me, bro. Good seeing y'all.
Yeah, man, anytime. Yeah, man, anytime. You already know what it is. Don't forget, people, this show, audio for shows on the channel. If I start moving funny, it's because I got another tab open. But yeah, this show, audio for shows on the channel are available on audio-only platforms, people. So everything aside from watch-alongs. So like I always say, if you want to listen while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, while you're driving, maybe you're at work, maybe you're at the gym, whatever the case may be, people, maybe you just don't want to have the YouTube app open. Maybe it's that. Like whatever the case may be, you might just prefer to listen to your podcast in more traditional podcast ways, the original. So yeah, it's available on there. Like I said, so Spotify, all you Android users, everyone who listens to podcasts on Spotify, who listens to music on there, follow us on Spotify, 5-star Sarcasm City TV. All you iPhone users as well, it's the same. Make sure if you listen to podcasts on there, listen to music, 5 stars, leave us a review. Even if you don't, it helps. If you have an account, it's free anyway. So it doesn't cost you anything and it supports the channel further. Same with SoundCloud or wherever you listen to audio podcasts. And if there's somewhere you listen to audio podcasts and we're not on, let me know and I will get us uploaded on there. I know we're on all the major audio platforms as it is. But like I said, we'll be heading over to the gaming channel in regards to today. What we got coming up? No watch-alongs. So all the thing will be doing the United Chelsea Spurs show. Obviously, recapping again, Spurs beating Burnley. Chelsea play Preston, so we'll be looking at that. And of course, previewing the United Wigan game as well with myself, Surfer, and Jez. Eddie will be dropping in on that because we didn't do Man United today. But love to everyone that's locked in. It's been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.